Hello, I'm Phyllis. I'm the founder of Champ's Mind, which is a natural hair care framework. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the best shampoo for natural hair, especially 4C curly hair. Got you. So first, I want to talk about the fact, do you need shampoo at all? Right? A lot of folks are out here just using co-wash, not using shampoo, or not using clarifying shampoo. And so the question is like, do I even need a shampoo? And if I do need one, which one is a good one, right? Is shampoo bad for your hair? Is it safe? What's happening? So there's something to keep in mind, right? Like people overcorrected. Yes, their shampoo can be very stripping, but that got to the point where cleansing your hair at all became demonized, and people are like, I only wash with conditioner. Oh, I barely wash my hair. I wash my hair like twice a year, because they were so afraid of shampoo being too harsh for your hair. But something being harsh doesn't mean don't ever use it at all. And so then people end up doing co-wash only routines, and also doing things like confusing grease with moisture. It's like, ooh, my scalp is moisturized. It's like, no baby, it's greasy and you need shampoo. So when you have oils, butters, gels, edge control, if you're sweating on a regular basis, dandruff, flaky hair, all of these things, you are building up product on your scalp. And your scalp at the end of the day is skin. Skin needs to breathe. Okay? You wouldn't just put a bunch of stuff on your face and never wash it. I'm sure you wash, I hope you wash your face on a regular basis. So you need to be washing your scalp, which is also skin, on a regular basis, right? So signs that you should be washing sooner: if it smells, right? If something stinks, you should clean it. And that goes for your hair too. So if your hair is starting to smell, definitely keep that in mind and pay attention to that and actually wash it. Same thing with itching. And I'm not talking about the itching like you just got your braids done itching. I'm talking about itching because there's too much product in your hair, or flaking that is coming from a bunch of stuff being in your hair. So the frequency, I talked about it in a different video. It depends on how many oils your scalp is producing, whether you have dandruff, whether you have itchy scalp, how sensitive the skin on your head is, etc. So it's not a one size fits all answer, but the answer is yes, you do need shampoo, and yes, you do need to be washing. But the reason people got so afraid of it is because there are ingredients in shampoo that are not great for your hair. So instead of avoiding shampoo altogether, you should be looking for shampoo that has things that treat your hair well without being a little too harsh. But keeping in mind, natural does not automatically mean good, right? So you can have a natural shampoo that doesn't cleanse. It's basically a co-wash, right? If I put an avocado in my hair right now, do all of this and rinse it out, that was not a shampoo. That did not clean anything. The water did some cleaning, but the avocado did not. So just because something is marketed to you as a natural shampoo does not mean it's actually cleansing your hair, and it might be leaving buildup behind. And a lot of products rely on natural branding to appeal to people who are concerned about chemicals being too harsh in their hair. But not all chemicals are bad, and not all natural things are good. Poison ivy is natural. So just because something is natural doesn't mean it's good. And I'm sure you use disinfectant wipes in your house. Those are chemicals, but they are there to clean, so you're willing to use them for the purpose of cleaning. So thinking about your shampoo in a similar way. So something to keep in mind about signs that your hair is too stripped down and your shampoo right now might be too harsh. If you're looking for an alternative, your shampoo might be too harsh if your hair is squeaky clean. I know, it feels so good to have things be squeaky clean, the ASMR of it all. One time I had washed my hair and I literally did this, girl. I took a video of it and sent it to my friend, because I was like, sis, my hair is literally squeaky clean, right? And that's actually not a great state for your hair to be in on a regular basis, because that means it's dry, because things that are smooth don't squeak. That's the sound of friction, right? Has a little straw feeling. And then if your hair is tingling more often, probably because it's not moist, it's moist, sorry to say that word. If it's not moisturized, it ends up tingling more often because it's dry and sticking to itself. So if that's happening when you're washing your hair on a regular basis, the shampoo you're using is probably too harsh. So what do you look for in your shampoo? So do not give a damn about the marketing, the labeling. Oh, natural conditioning. Who cares? People say all types of shenanigans on the front of a bottle to get you to buy it. What you should be looking at is the back of the bottle, or the bottom, depending on the container you're buying, to figure out what the actual ingredients are. The ingredients are what tell you what it's going to do to your hair, not what somebody says it's going to do to your hair. So what ingredients should you be looking for? I think that it's important to have SAP free, not literally sap like maple tree sap. SAP is an acronym that stands for sulfate, silicone, alcohol, paraben free shampoo. Right? So SSAP, SAP free shampoo, sulfates, silicone, alcohol, paraben free shampoo. And that is the order in which they are the most to least dangerous. Sulfates are harsh cleansers, right? And so that's where shampoo got its reputation for being too harsh on hair, because of the sulfate specifically. Silicones also build up, silicone, BBL, drizzy. Yeah, silicone, it's plastic. You've heard about silicone in other contexts, and that is the same thing that can be in your hair products, and that can build up over time. And then now, instead of having your natural hair, you have natural hair and the shield of silicone around your strands. So sulfates and silicone, sulfates strip everything away from your hair. Silicone adds things, plastic, to your hair. And then alcohol can be very drying, and then parabens as well. But honestly, if you find something that has parabens or alcohol, it's not as bad as if it has sulfates, which you want not to have, or if it has silicone, which it in one use won't be a problem, but will build up over time. So look for a sap free shampoo. Sulfate, silicone, alcohol, paraben free. No sulfate, silicone, alcohol, paraben in the shampoo. And if that's the case, then should be good to go, but you want to make sure it's actually still cleansing your hair. Technically, an avocado is sulfate free, silicone free, alcohol free, and paraben free, but it's not doing anything to cleanse your hair. So you still want a shampoo product, but you don't want it to be too harsh for your hair. So looking for those ingredients. And then also keeping in mind, if you are a co-wash girly, if you don't know what co-washing is, it's using conditioner to wash your hair so that you are conditioning your hair instead of having it be super dry and stripped. If you are a co-wash girly, you probably became a co-wash girly because you realized that shampoo was too stripping and you wanted to keep your hair moisturized. But you do need clarifying shampoo. So what is a clarifying shampoo? A clarifying shampoo comes through and just cleans everything out. It's just super strong, but because it's super strong, you don't want to use it on a regular basis. You only want to use it occasionally, like monthly or after taking down a protective style. So it can come in there and get all the gunk out, and then you can go back to your co-washing or the sap free shampoo that you choose. And so notice that I'm not telling you a specific one to buy, because I want you to pick based off the ingredients. Don't blindly trust anyone's recommendations, especially for stuff like skincare products, hair care products, or diet. Those things, you can literally just read the ingredients and tell if it's going to be good for you or not. So now that you're doing the clarifying shampoo on a monthly basis, co-washes and shampoo co-washes in between, sap-free shampoo and co-washes in between, don't forget, after you shampoo, to deep condition with a heat cap to reinstate moisture and strength. So this is the part that becomes important. The shampoo on its own is not a problem. You do need to wash things. You need to wash your hair. Don't avoid washing your hair altogether, or only washing it with water, or only washing it with co-wash or conditioner because you're afraid of drying it out. You can dry it out because you do need to fully cleanse your strands and especially your scalp, but then you need to reinstate the moisture back. And how do you do that? With a moisture treatment under a deep conditioning heat cap, right? People are so afraid of heat, like, ooh, I don't want to use heat on my hair. Yes, that hot comb, yikes. But a deep conditioning heat cap is helping the strands to open up so that they can actually absorb the ingredients from the deep conditioner and can be moisturized internally, not just on the surface, right? So something I said earlier is people are confusing greasy hair for moisturized hair. Grease is just sitting here. Moisturized hair is actually the whole strand has moisture and hydration and nutrients in it. And in order to get that, especially if you have low porosity hair, I have a different video on porosity. If you have low porosity hair especially, you're going to need to open up that hair shaft so that the moisture can penetrate the shaft instead of just sitting on the top. So now that you've heard all these things, now you know the best shampoo is not what somebody tells you the best shampoo is, but the shampoo that does not have sulfate, silicone, alcohol, and paraben. It is a SAP with 2 S's, SAP free shampoo, because you do want to cleanse your hair. It is safe to cleanse your hair as long as you reinstate the moisture back after, but you don't want to damage it. And this is backed by the science of how those ingredients work and how your hair works, right? So the best, quote unquote, natural hair routine is the one that keeps your scalp, which is skin, and your hair, which is fiber, manageable without damage or breaking. And remember, most of us are already growing hair, right? There's very few people in the world who don't grow hair at all. The thing isn't the problem isn't that your hair isn't growing, it's that you're probably not retaining the length you grow over time. So you want to both grow your hair and retain it, and part of the retention is how you are washing it. So that being said, I'm Phyllis. I'm the founder of Champ's Mind, which is a natural hair care framework based in research on both hair growth and length retention. It stands for cleanse, hydration, apply oils, massage scalp, protective styling, satin, maintenance, trims and treatment, internal, which is stress, sleep and hormones, nutrition, and discipline over time to let your hair grow. And so, that being said, I am not God. This is based off my lived experience and extensive research on what the evidence shows. You can research these things yourself and find the same conclusions. You shouldn't blindly trust random people on the internet with your body, your choice. So, let me know in the comments what you think I might be missing, if anything, and use discernment for your own specific situation. Let's learn together. Bye.